Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here with Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Allie LaForce. Joining our broadcast tonight, WNBA champion and finals MVP, Candace Parker. Welcome, Candace.
Hey, VA, I appreciate it. Thanks for allowing me to be here today.
Taking a look at some numbers here for Zach LaVine.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's LaVine in at the 3. And for Memphis, Jackson Jr. and Adams together inside. Desmond Bane is out there with Ja Morant. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. I think part of what makes the Grizzlies so exciting is how youthful this squad is. Would you agree, Candace?
I agree. I think it's their youthfulness, but I also think it's their desire and their drive and the culture that they have set. You have guys that are super young that want to play with Ja Morant. And when you have that in a young superstar, you're going to be successful.
Yeah, this is definitely an organization with a plan moving forward. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. To the inside, Vucevic, and Vucevic slams it in.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Oh yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Jackson finds Williams. Hits a three-pointer.
You like to see Jackson sharing the ball and realizing when his guys are open.
Pass to Vucevic. Over Adams. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist by Ball. Here's Morant. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Well, Candace, already someone who can dominate on certain nights. What do you think Ja Morant needs to do to reach that next level?
Ja Morant is a guy that attacks the rim, and he gets to the basket even at the size that he's at. If he's able to add a little bit more muscle, I think it will make him that much more durable. And I also believe that, if he can consistently hit that outside jump shot, he's going to be a threat for years and years and years to come.
Well, he's one of the game's great young stars. And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Grizzlies making their last shot.
With good anticipation and instincts, Jackson, he's established himself as a quality shot blocker.
Pass to Adams. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Morant against Ball. DeRozan into the lane. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
DeRozan has been lucky. He gained so much valuable experience in his career playing on diverse All-Star and Olympic teams.
First one falls. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Well, Candace, it's surprising the number of great players who struggle at the free throw line. What advice would you give them?
It's interesting. I've had this conversation with Shaq a number of times. I think it's super important. I sing at the free throw line. It goes back to muscle memory. So you end up taking the thought and the mental aspect out of it and just going back to how you shot time and time again. That's the biggest thing, is continuing that routine and making a repetitive motion.
Well, we're all waiting. Let's hear your song.
I sing Song Cry by Jay-Z. Same verse every time.
Well, we're all waiting. Let's hear you sing your song.
That's for another game.
Here's Morant following the bucket by the Bulls. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. And so it's Memphis with it. Outside Morant. 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Bulls on D. Trailing by 2. Morant with it. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Well, Candace, you got in well over a decade in the WNBA. I want to know how the mental aspect of the game helps to compensate for any loss of athleticism, let's just say.
Man, BA, loss of athleticism? Man, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm seasoned. That's what I call myself, a seasoned vet. But, you know, honestly, I think it is. The game slows down as you get older. And it doesn't just slow down for you. You can control the game. And change of speed is important. It doesn't matter how unathletic you are.
Make some noise.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Bradley, he's checked in for Vucevic. McKinney comes in for DeRozan. Brown, he's checked in for Levine. And it's White in for Ball. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Well, Candace, it's got to be great to have a daughter who can experience your career and achievements right alongside with you.
It's nothing like it. It's nothing like having to do what you say. Anytime I tell her a lesson or something, you know, there's always an ability to go on the computer and make sure mommy is doing what she says. So it's been a great experience. You know, all of my trophies, all of my accomplishments have been with Layla, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because it's really honestly us.
Well, maybe the best way to describe Candace Parker. She's a great mom.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Brown.
2 minutes.
Knocked loose. It's a one-on-one situation. And finished off by Anderson.
Such an intelligent player. I love that Anderson has a sense for where to get to in transition.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Now here's Brown. To the middle. Fires from deep. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
I just love the ball movement.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's White. He's guarded closely. To stop the run. Shots blocked.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up. As you turn, get his teammates going as well.
And I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
The Sumu, he's checked in for Chicago. Now here's Brown. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. 2 on the clock from 15 feet away. And he drops that one in. Memphis leading. Outside Jones. Anderson with a screen on White. The 11-footer. It's tipped. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Dosunmu. Bradley sets a screen. Top of the key. And the basket by Dosunmu.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
And here's Anderson. Outside Jones. Three-pointer. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
All about the clock awareness. Great job to come through for a squad right there.
And so it's Memphis closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And the fourth pick in 2018, Jaren Jackson Jr., the rare NBA-ready defender. He talked about where he can make the most impact.
Probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, you know, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
A veteran's understanding of help and positioning, Grant.
Yeah, I love that defensive mind approach. That's why they're a team to be reckoned with.
And proud to have you with us on Martin Luther King Day for a special presentation of the NBA. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Grizzlies.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
They're also jumping on a lot of turnovers and making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for Chicago, they've got Dosunmu, Zach LaVine out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Ball in at the point. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
This is the power Jackson possesses. The ability to slam it down when given the opportunity.
Chicago trailing here. Ball outside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Check out the immediate response to the jam.
Oh, Bull.